Up next on the Tesla Plaid channel.
Our first 5 passes on the Nitto drag radials. Welcome back to the Tesla Plaid channel. Today we're going to be testing the NT55R2 drag radials we recently mounted here on our Tesla on a set of intense wheels. But first let's talk about these Pirellis that we recently took off. These are the original tires that were delivered on this car in August of 2021. These are 38 months old. They've been down the drag strip about 900 times, 24,000 miles on the car now. And let's talk about the wear on these things. I think it's pretty amazing. You can see the wear bars, not even remotely close to them. And most people are familiar with the penny test. We're nowhere near being able to see Lincoln's head there from the side. Heck, let's pull out a quarter for that matter. Look at that. George Washington's head is well covered by the amount of tread on this tire. Again, 24,000 miles, 900 times down the drag strip, and there's an incredible amount of tread left on these tires. A little bit different right to left, but still quite a bit of tread left here. So for today's video, let's start by looking at the last 3 passes we made on these Pirellis, and then we'll show you our testing, our first 5 passes on the Nitto drag radials. Take note of the 60-foot times, which tell the story of launch traction, which of course is a combination of the tires and the launch surface. Now we're going to be at 2 different tracks. Our last passes on these Pirellis were out at Bradenton Motorsports Park, and we're going to do our first test of the Nittos out at Showtime 8th Mile drag strip. Take note that these 2 drag strips have very different traction profiles, and even on a given track, on any given night, the traction between the left and right lanes can be drastically different, as we're going to see here in a moment. Let's test these tires. All right, for our first race tonight, we're going to race Ross's Turbo Cobra. So Ross's Turbo Cobra, turbo small block Ford, runs mid to high 8s. So our chances here are slim and none. Couldn't find any low 9-second cars, but we got a couple of mid 8 cars. This one and my buddy Greg's COPO's out here tonight. We'll hopefully run him next. Full sportsman tree here. Ross is going to be building boost in his turbo. As expected. We launched with just 85% battery state of charge. We came in with a little less than usual. That shouldn't hurt our first pass, maybe our second or third. Right on. All right, thank you very much. We ran a 921 at 151.2 with a 38 reaction time, so all in with reaction time under 925. Conditions pretty good out here. Traction seemed to be good. 147 60-foot time, a 596 to half track at 119.8 miles an hour. All the numbers are good. Mile an hour a little on the high side, 151.2. And as expected, Ross's Turbo Cobra ran away from us. Fun run. We'd rather go down with a faster car than beat another 10-second car by 10 car lengths. All right, let's see if we can line up with the COPO next. 157 for Greg's COPO. 10-101-38 for the Mustang. All right, next run's going to be against the COPO, and he's running even faster than that Cobra just ran. The Cobra ran an 870, and Greg made an 860 pass earlier, so should be exciting. So, Greg, you're going to take it easy on the Pro Tree this time, right?
Yeah,
nice
right.
and easy.
If I do it, all I'm hoping for is I hook like the last pass.
Yeah.
I'm just all I'm hoping for, man. You know, this car is it's a hit or miss, man. It's crazy. You know what I'm talking about. I hooked good, felt strong out of the hole. Felt like it twisted, as I said before, but we'll see how it goes, man. If I hook, I'm good. If I don't hook, I'm dead.
Yeah. It all comes down to the hitch.
I know.
Well, hey, we're going to be first two cars down with the glue here.
Nice.
They're spraying glue.
So that'll be good, man. That'll be good.
They got the glue truck out there right now.
Well, let's see.
All right, man. Safe. All right, next run will be against the COPO. Battery state of charge. We're 5 minutes till peak performance ready, but that's all right. We get another parachute in the face. I was not ready for that light. I was still trying to get into launch control. So we had a pretty abysmal reaction time there. Probably half a second or something, but and we are now 10 minutes from peak performance ready. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, it felt like a really slow reaction time, 3:32. Not horrible for a Pro Tree. I didn't think we were deep, so I'm surprised all the rest of the numbers are off. The numbers almost looked like we were deep, but apparently we lost some in the 60 foot. Instead of being in the mid 140s, we were up at 153, 404 to the 330, and 610 to the 8th mile at only 118.5. Came on the top end over 151 miles an hour, 151.09. in a 936 ET, so surprising it's off by that much. I would have expected maybe a high 920, but fun pass nonetheless. I think maybe we'll do one more before we head out. Let's see who we can get lined up with here. That was a good run, man. How was that pass for you? What was your ET?
860.
Okay.
I think we're at 860.
So you're a couple 860s, right?
Yeah, two 860s. So consistent. Yeah. I think I got the car dialed in finally.
Yeah.
Finally. I think the key is those long burnouts. I did a long burnout to see you get the which I actually learned that trick from you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're going through. Pick up the glue.
You know, because I never had a car like that before. You know, so going through there really helped. I'm not thrilled about my 16-foot times, but maybe it's the weather.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal out here. It was 99 when I first checked the
I'm like,
got to the track. It's
but great runs,
Florida.
Man. I want to run that other guy, that white Stang that you ran.
The Turbo Cobra.
You ran 870?
He did, Ross.
Dude, nice run if I can hook.
Yeah, your two cars side by side. You're good on the tree, he's good on the tree also. He's an experienced racer, and that would definitely be a side-by-side race all the way down.
It would be fun. Well,
I'd need to put my cameras on your car, but hopefully they don't aerodynamically slow you down.
Dude, I think it's a great idea. Let's do it. Let's put the cameras on here.
Yeah, next time I see Ross out here, we'll talk to him about it.
That sounds great.
Yeah, cool. All right, man.
All right, good deal.
We'll do it again?
Yeah.
All right, we got a GTA Trans Am here on Nitrous. I don't know the specs, but he's on full slicks. Wonder what it's running. Guess we'll find out. All right, we're gonna run this Nitrous GTA Trans Am. It's a beautiful car. It's kind of like Kit from Knight Rider, right? Full slicks though. I don't think Kit ran on full slicks. We're at 78% battery state of charge, 3 minutes till peak performance ready, which is right where we like to be. Car runs slower when it sits at peak performance for even just a few minutes. Seems like my fastest runs are right when it's like 2 minutes remaining. I'm hoping this Trans Am's got something. Full Sportsman tree this time. Pretty shallow here. Oh, there's the reaction time. 002. Oh, there's the reaction time. 002. And now we're at peak performance ready. So we did a lot of things right on that pass. We picked up some glue on our tires. The peak performance ready was right on time where we wanted it to be. During the pass is usually best. Only drawback is we launched with 78%, whereas 85 or 90 would have been a little bit faster. Anything over 85, whether it's 85, 90, 95, is pretty much always the same type of ET. So I'm sure we trapped over 150. Let's see what that ET is like. I think that should be in the 920s. Thank you very much. 937 at 150.23. Good mile an hour. And even though we weren't great on the ET, I'm happy with that reaction time, 002. So when it comes to reaction times, it seems like the tree can be set up at a track to be a little inconsistent from another tree at another track. When we want a good reaction time out here, we rarely red light. Now out at Showtime last night, we made 4 passes, 2 red lights, 2 not. And the interesting thing is the 2 red lights were both almost identical, and they're both in the left lane. And the 2 that were not red lights were both in the right lane, and they're both 07s. And the difference between the 2 red lights and the 2 good lights was almost exactly 1/10 of a second, which seems odd. If there was 1/10 of a second difference between the right lane and the left lane, something to do with the way the tree was, or the beams were configured, then those 4 reaction times would have all been identical. Almost exactly. What are the chances? That just seems a little bit odd. Hard to explain. So just those 3 runs for us tonight, and we saw that even on lower charge, 921, only 0.06 of a second off our best ever ET of 915. And then of course we're trapping 151 plus, our best ever trap speed, 152.00. So we're right up against our top trap speeds and our top ETs, even after 3 years, all on these original tires. We're 3 years old, now about 24,000 miles on them, and about 900 drag strip runs. Welcome back to the Tesla Plaid channel. October 2nd, 2024, we're pulling into Showtime Dragstrip for their Wednesday night test and tune. And hard to believe it's been 3 years and we're finally on a true drag radial on this car. We got a set of NT 555 R2s, aka triple nickels, on the rear axle only. We're trying to get 4, but could only find 2 in stock at our preferred tire place. So we'll start with 2, we'll add 2 more later, and we're going to see how they respond out here on the track. We're going to experiment with tire pressures, and it'll be interesting to see how they do on this track. Showtime 8th mile, not known for the best prep. It's not like Bradenton, but if we get good prep here at 35, 38 psi, we'll stick with that. We talked to Nitto, their customer support today, and they were telling us to drop them down to 20 pounds of pressure. And I tell you, this car recommends 42 psi in the door jamb on the Pirellis. So the thought of dropping a 4,600 pound car plus I'm 200 pounds, that low, 4,800 pounds right on 20 psi, I'm not super comfortable with it. So we'll start a little higher, and if we're slipping, Then we'll drop maybe 4 or 5 psi at a time and see what the highest pressure is that we can run to have good traction on this track. So that's the strategy. Let's see how it works. All right, there they are, the Nitto NT555 R2s. And I've got these mounted on a set of intense wheels. These wheels are 19 by 10 inches wide, lighter than the OEM 19 by 10.5 inch wheels the Tesla ships with the car. And this tire is a little bit lighter than that Pirelli as well. But more importantly, a soft compound that's going to work well on a warm night. Remember, we can't do a burnout, not with the wheels pointed straight anyway. And we're not going to point this car at the Jersey wall to try to finagle a burnout out of it. So we're going to run this in warm temperatures, and we should be hooking up better than the Pirellis. Let's see how they perform. For starting tire pressure, we're going to go with 38s in the Pirellis that are in the front axle. That's about what we normally do. And we're going to start with 36 psi on the rear axle. Why 36? Well, a couple of reasons. It's close to 38. Probably about as high as I'd want to run these at the track. And it's where the tire shop left them. So let's just start there and drop them a little bit at a time as needed for traction. Be awesome if these things hooked up at this high of pressure, because I can drive them back and forth to the track at this kind of tire pressure. And for our first pass tonight, we're going to be in the mid-70s. That's fine. I'm not trying to overpower the track out here. If we get good traction, then we'll go to the nearby charger and take it over 90%. You know, if we're having problems hooking at 76%, then there's no point taking it over 90%. We've had that problem out here before. So one step at a time, but this will be a good baseline. All right, here we go. First pass. We'll go solo. At this moment, only the right lane is well prepped. Peak performance ready just came up at this moment, and I don't see any water out here at all. How's it going? I might hot lap it like 3 times. If I get back here before anybody else, can you leave it dry for me? He gets water if he gets out here first.
Back here for sure.
Okay, we'll see who gets here first. All right, we're gonna get deep into launch control. We're gonna stage. Oh man, these things are sticky already. How's it going, Robert? I'm gonna drop it down. Hey, I got drag radials on here for the first time. Okay, let's see how shallow we can be. All right, dropping it down. See where we're at on tire pressure. All right, ready to launch? Oh, they're acting really different than the Pirellis. Very different behavior. On the one hand, I felt like a lot of bite in the tire, but on the other hand, they were broken loose here and there and differently than the Pirellis would. So let's see if we can quickly maybe drop them down to 32 and make another pass while the track is still dry. That pass felt pretty good. I don't think it's a 5-second pass, probably around a 6:10 if I had to guess, all things considered, which would be pretty good for 75% charge. How's it going, Tom?
Hey, 604.
Oh, that's really good. I'm only at 74% charge.
And 144 60 foot.
This is the first time in 3 years I put a legitimate, real, actual drag radial on the back.
Yeah, you told me you were going to come.
This is the one. So a 144 60 foot with 74% battery state of charge.
Yeah, oh
and
yeah.
that's with 36 psi. I started high. I thought I'd drop it down, you know, 32, 30, 28 psi.
Yeah.
I called Nitto. They told me run 20 psi. I'm like, in a almost 5,000 pound car. No. I'm not running 20 psi.
Yeah.
But if I'm hooking already at 36 with that kind of 60 foot and that low charge, these are promising.
Oh yeah, you know that. That looks good.
And also, I think I might go charge during the break in the middle and come back with 90 and see if I can get some 5s.
All right.
Thanks, Tom. Oh, wow, 604. That is extremely promising for the first pass out here tonight. Now I'm looking forward to seeing what a higher charge will do. Okay, I'm going to drop them down to 32 psi each tire in the back. Leave the fronts as they are. We're going to take the Nittos down to 33 psi. All right, there's no water at all on the track for that first pass, which was a bonus. Got just a little bit here and there. 2 minutes from peak there. Sorry, peak performance ready just came up as I was talking. 74% battery state of charge now, and I think I see a line that I like here. We haven't taken any additional weight out of the car, same as always. As shallow as we can get. All right, 74% battery state of charge, 33 psi in the Nittos, and ready to launch. Wow, we're spinning running all over the place. Whoa, not cool. You know, the other consideration, which we've never had to deal with before, is the possibility of the tire slipping on the rim and losing its bead. That's never going to happen with the Pirellis up at 38 to 42 psi, but it could absolutely happen on drag radials at lower psi. So, you know, based on that pass, I'd say we definitely didn't gain anything. Was it the track quality? Was it the tire pressure? Did we overpower the track? That's hard to say, but I didn't like that pass at all. And it's not what I was expecting after that last one. So we'll still take the charge up, but we got to really rethink the tire pressure here. That was not good.
No, 625.
Yeah, we were spinning all over, and that's down to 33 psi. You wouldn't think my traction issues would get worse if I dropped the pressure. Only difference is the track was bone dry when I made that pass because they hadn't sprayed water for anybody yet.
Yeah.
They sprayed water just for that Camaro that went down. I shook them off, I rolled through, I came back, I got some glue. It's almost like I switched lanes or something.
Yeah.
I'll do one more before I charge it up, but I just might take the pressure closer to where it was before.
Yeah. Well, why don't you go back up to where you were before and see if you can see if we can
Duplicate it. Yeah.
Duplicate it, you know?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that while I'm charging. Kill two birds with one stone.
All right.
625, very disappointing. So let's go back to that 604 run. If I came in here with the Pirellis on a night like tonight, 90 degrees, track where it's at, am I likely to run a 604 with a 144 60 foot on my first pass down the track at 75% battery state of charge? I would say no, that's pretty unlikely. But I do seem to remember running one 599 out here with like maybe 79% state of charge one time. Let's try it again, see what we get. All right, he's letting me avoid the water somewhat, every little bit. 73% battery state of charge. Let's see if we can find the traction. 2 minutes to peak performance, but I bet you it's already peak performance by the time we launch. I think I maybe need to take a line similar to my first line. I don't think the front tires are playing into this at all. We only got 340 horsepower on the front axle, 680 on the back, of course. Okay, shallow staged. We'll ignore the light here for a second, and ready to launch. It doesn't like this lower tire pressure. You know, weather conditions are ideal. 90 degrees, it's good for the battery, it's good for the tires and traction. So we've got no complaints with the weather conditions, other than that it's really hot inside this car and inside this fire suit. I'm dripping in here. So for performance, the weather conditions are good. Track conditions seem pretty good.
614.
In between.
148, 60.
That's not a bad 60.
No, that's pretty, you know.
Anything under 149, I'll take it. Okay, so I'm gonna charge up, take the tire pressure up a little bit, and see what we get. Hopefully the track doesn't change too much. I'll see you back 45 minutes.
All right, I'll see you later.
Thanks, Tom. A lot of nearby chargers, thankfully. So there's one that's 2.9 miles, one that's 3.1 miles. We'll charge up, put a little air in, come right back. With a little more temperature in the tires, they're showing 34 psi on the TPMS, but you wouldn't think they'd be slipping on the rim at that pressure, but they're just not running as nicely as they were up at 36 psi. So we'll take them up a little bit while we're charging. All right, we're taking our charge level higher. Let's take our tire pressure higher as well. 33 wasn't working so great, so we're gonna set them up to match the front tires. 38 to start, and then we can always try 36, 35, 34, depending on our results. So let's take them to 38. All right, we're back already. It's only 7:30, and we're at about 38 psi in every tire, give or take a half pound. 93% battery state of charge. Maybe we line up with the Hellcat Cuda. We had some great races with them out here last time. Great 2 out of 3 rivalry we had, and our cars were running within a 100th of a second of each other. So we've also got Don's Nova out here, and Luis's rebuilt trailered Grand National. Could be running 5s. But first things first, let's see if we can get a 590 out of here. All right, we're not even halfway through the night yet, and everybody I talk to in the parking lot tells me that the track is bad, that they're slipping and sliding all over the place. The Hellcat Cuda that was running 6.0s last time, his best run tonight, 680. Track is doing something they don't typically do at this time in the night, and that is they're laying down some fresh glue. It's not uncommon for them to do this at the beginning of the night at 5:45, you know, before they open at 6 o'clock, but I don't remember them ever laying down this kind of glue halfway through the night like this. So good to see them doing it, but I bet you they do it on the right lane only because that glue is expensive. We do have a good number of cars out here, a lot of the regulars and a few other cars, but this is an interesting development. Now that our battery's up at 93%, we got those drag radials on, we wanted to get a good test, and this glue is what we need to have a legitimate test. Because if the big tire cars are slipping, even with a heavy burnout, like our buddy Don over there on those big slicks, what are those, 31 inch? If he's slipping, then what chance do we have? All right, let's get another test in and then maybe get a race against somebody. So we got some fast cars that run high 5s, low 6s out here. Starting with Don's Nova. All right, 93% battery state of charge. 3 minutes till peak performance ready, but that's just fine, close enough. We're at 38 PSI in all our tires here, and we're hoping for a 590. Let's see if we can make it happen. Oh yeah! 008 reaction too. Woo! Yes! That was the pass. Wow. Okay, that should be our best 60 foot ever in this car. And we've got like 900 passes. That's a bold thing to say when we haven't seen a slip yet, but it just hooked up and went. We're still not at peak performance ready, but I'm not so concerned about that part of it. Now it says 5 minutes, just because the air moving around the car cooled the battery down a little bit. That better be a 590.
599.
Nice. What's the, do you see the 60?
Yeah, 145.
145.
Yeah, the 395.
Yeah, I was thinking that might have been the 143 or better. I mean, there was no noise out of the tires at all.
I listened for everybody, you know, the tires screaming. I didn't hear anything.
That was what felt like the best traction launch I can remember. 93% battery, 38 pounds in here. So higher than we started. We started 36.
Yeah.
So they like more air. Well, 590. Thanks, Tom.
All right.
Of course, I was hoping to get lower into the 590s, but 59997 for this track, I'll take it. I thought it was a 008 reaction on the board. No, it's a 08. Big difference. Pretty mediocre. Mediocre, as they say in the Furiosa Mad Max movies. One of my favorite movies, by the way. Ooh, look what we have here. I would gladly get in the left lane to get alongside this trailered Grand National. Let's see what we can do to get alongside Luis on the track. Hey, Luis.
Hey.
Oh, you make any passes tonight?
I made one. I'm breaking up, but I'm getting it under control.
You in the 6s?
Not yet.
Okay.
If I don't break up.
Yeah, I saw your low 7 in there on your first ever break-in pass.
Yeah.
That was promising for, you know, a first ever pass on the motor, but
Yeah.
so you got what, 3 passes, 4 on it?
Yeah, this is gonna be my 4th one right here.
Yeah. All right.
Hopefully it don't break up, and once I get it, then we'll race all the time.
Okay. So the prep tonight is good in the right lane, but it sucks in the left lane.
Oh yeah.
So
I slipped a little bit.
were you in right?
Yeah.
Was it on this prep just now?
Not on this one. Hopefully.
No. It sucked earlier. They re-prepped it. They actually laid down a bunch of glue.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like 620s and stuff, but right after they glued it, 599.
Woo!
Yeah. So, if you don't mind, just because I love your car, I'll take that left lane next to you. And I know you're not competitive on this one, but I just want to be next to that car. And who knows? I'll probably spin like crazy over there.
Hopefully I don't break up and I can get the look.
Yeah, because what they're doing is they're sending all the street tires on the left, and anything that's fast, they're making it go down right or solo. So it's not really good for anybody racing each other, because somebody's got to take that left lane, but I'll take it. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna put some cameras on because everybody likes to look at your car, man. Right on, Luis. Again?
Did you stick any better that time?
599.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Okay, if I go down next to you, I'll take the left.
Yeah, that's fine.
I still think you're going to take it because I think right lane's going to win every race tonight, but I'm feeling confident enough to take that left lane.
Yeah, I'm not hooked to good enough tonight.
Yeah, my 599, of course, was in that right lane, and that glue made all the difference. They put a lot down.
Hopefully it works.
Yeah. hopefully these cars both move through, but I'll take left.
Okay.
That prep made a big difference.
I don't know, left lane probably still isn't as good.
That's okay. All right, you heard it firsthand. Left lane is not as good, but it does look dry, so it's got that going for it. All right, we're at 91% battery state of charge. David's Hellcat Cuda, we had 3 awesome races last time we were out here 2 weeks ago. A best 2 out of 3, and one of those was decided by a 100th of a second on the ET. I won't tell you who won 2, and you can check that video out for yourself. I will tell you this much, the car in the right lane won every race last time, and I'm expecting the same tonight, so. Wow, these tires are like spinning. All right, we're peak performance ready. It's well known out here that the right lane is the lane to take a fast car down in. And I'm looking at all kinds of dirt and crap out here, so I'm not expecting a 599 on this pass. And we don't want a red light here either. This lane's been notorious for red lights for some reason. I'm spinning. Wow! Whoa! I'm spinning. Wow! Whoa! Okay, that's never happened before. We've got 1900 something Tesla passes, and we have never crossed the center line, but not sure if we did there or not, but that's definitely the closest we've ever come. I did not like that one bit. Oh man, that sucked. Okay, we gotta take a close evaluation of everything here. So we're 38 PSI, every tire according to TPMS. Right front is 37, but it's right there. You know, in a gas car, when you're spinning that much, you just get out of it. Now, why did it allow us to spin that much? Why did the traction control not intervene more? Well, these rear tires are fractionally, maybe not even a ½ inch shorter in diameter than the front tires. We want them to match. We want to have the same drag radials on the front. We just haven't got them. They haven't been in stock.
What?
That was a mess.
I know.
You might not have seen my car, but that's the closest I've ever come to crossing the center line.
No,
in like
I
2000.
wasn't even watching.
It was like fishtailing near the end of the track.
Was that right or left lane?
Left lane.
That's what's the problem.
So
with
two
left
things.
lane.
One, I'm not going to make any more passes in the left lane tonight for safety reasons.
Yeah.
And two, I think I need to get front tires that match these back ones, because they're just a little bit different, and it's not handling right. I mean, that last pass, the 599, was beautiful, but that just wasn't right. Even as bad as the length might have been, it shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let them know.
So what have we learned here? The fact that the Pirellis have never done that suggests one of two things. Either these tires just demand a better preps track, whereas the Pirellis were more forgiving for, you know, what you might call a no prep situation. That's one possibility. The other possibility is that we need to have front and matching rear tires. Hasn't been a problem in the past. I mean, we've run Mickey's on our other Tesla with Michelin's in the front. We've run some Nitto NT01 20-inch wheels in the back of this car with these Pirellis in the front without problems. We've never had a situation like that on this track, so never had a problem like that on any drag strip. So, yeah, we got to figure out what's going on here. Because I was like fishtailing.
Yeah, it's pretty slippery.
I should have gotten out of it probably at half track. I was just trying to see, hey, what will these tires do in this situation, whatever. Right. But it was just slipping, and I expected it to gain traction and hook up.
Right, so you're doing
but
100.
it seemed like it got worse at higher speed. So it could be a couple of things. It could either be the fact that, well, the track, that those tires aren't forgiving on a no prep situation. That's one possibility. The other possibility is these aren't the exact same diameter. They're about a half an inch off. These are 28, that's like 27 and a half tall. And it could be that with speed, with the motors being electric and all, that those are kind of overdriving, which is what they would, right? If they're a smaller diameter, they're going to spin more. And almost be better off half inch taller if you think about it. But yeah. Best of all is to be exactly even. So I can't be sure until I put that tire on the front. But I tell you, that was ugly.
Yeah.
I can't go down that lane
there's no way.
I can't go down that lane
I looked
again.
in my mirror, I said, there's no way.
I mean, at the moment that I finally got out of it, maybe just before the finish line, it was the first time I felt like I could wreck this car into a wall.
Yeah.
I've never felt that feeling, that kind of adrenaline of I'm losing control of this thing. Yeah. Really sucks.
I wonder why they don't just prep both lanes. That just sucks.
All right, Luis is out of here. Unfortunately, he's got an issue already tonight after only one pass. Well, it shows you the importance of prep. We went from one of our best launches down the track, smooth, quiet, complete and total traction, to probably our worst pass ever down the track. Side to side, back to back. That's crazy, because in my memory that seemed like one of our most planted launches and our most squirrely, out of control pass at the end of the track, right back to back. Same tire pressures, same weather conditions, same everything. Only difference was the track prep. So I'm definitely not willing to make any passes in the left lane tonight. And rather than just make another solo pass or two, okay, yeah, maybe I'll turn another 590 or 60 or 601. Nothing to prove there. I think we've established that when the prep is good and we're charged up, these tires can do pretty decent even right here at Showtime. I'm really looking forward to testing them out at Bradenton, see how they feel. They're not running tomorrow, but next Thursday, October 10th, we'll be out there. And obviously there's nothing to be gained dropping tire pressure if you're hooking up. It just hurts top end. And we'll see you next time right here on the Tesla Plaid channel. It's worth noting when you're running low tire pressure, you can actually have slippage of the tire on the wheel. So a way to check for that is to mark the tire and the wheel as shown here. And if this line shifts, then your tire has slipped, and that's not a good thing. You got a couple different options. You can get beadlock wheels, which are, well, kind of an expensive headache. Or if you want to run any old rim, you're going to have to take your tire pressure up